So it looks like Christmas might be coming a little early this year. It was just announced that Terrifier 3 is going to be returning back in theaters on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And we also got a ton of news about the extended version of Terrifier 3, which the extended version might shock you because the scenes that we were looking for is not what we're going to get. We're also getting a brand new Evil Dead movie called Evil Dead Burn. We also got the 28 Years Later trailer, and we finally got a release date for Final Destination Bloodline. I had to take off that scarf because I looked like an absolute idiot. So a lot of speculation around the Terrifier 3 extended version was scenes that fans thought were missing, like Sienna going to the Terrifier to retrieve the sword, wanting to see what actually happened to Jonathan, and more extended cuts of what Art the Clown did at the Beta Bash, where he, yes, used the chainsaw. So director Damien Leone finally came out and said, we didn't shoot those scenes. What you saw was what you got. And those 3 scenes that you're looking for are not going to be in the extended version. So that means, A, we're never going to see Jonathan die on screen, which does kind of lead me to believe that he may not be dead or may be able to be reincarnated in Terrifier 4. But then again, that's a stretch, because it almost seems like he doesn't want to be a part of the project anymore. What also doesn't make sense to me is what people want to see from the Beta Bash. He only killed 2 people inside of the shower. He pretty much left everybody else alone, at least in theory. He also followed that up with saying a lot of stuff that's missing is a lot of the nice human moments between Sienna and her family. Great scenes between Sienna and Gabby, which makes sense because we really didn't see a lot of scenes between Sienna and Gabby where they were showing much emotion. We knew Gabby loved Sienna, but we didn't really understand their relationship too much. And to piggyback on that, it kind of makes sense because when Sienna ended up losing Gabby inside of that giant warp-like hole that dropped down from Victoria dying, where Gabby dropped down to hell, she was so upset, which makes sense because it's a part of her family. But if there's a lot more to the backstory between Sienna and Gabby, I would love to see it. He also goes on to say that there's a lot of cool scenes between Art the Clown and Victoria inside of the asylum, which unfortunately had to be cut out, with him wrapping up the interview saying there's a handful of really cool scenes. So unfortunately for us diehard Terrifier fans, we are never going to see Jonathan's death. I think it's pretty much been confirmed, sealed, that he is dead. We're just never going to see it, which kind of irritates me a little bit because that's a scene that I wanted to see because he's such a massive character in the movie. Switching gears to the brand new Evil Dead movie releasing in 2026 called Evil Dead Burn. The movie's going to be directed by Sebastian Vanecek, who made the movie called Infested. Now, me personally, I do love the Evil Dead series, and with him not having a massive amount of criteria, it doesn't scare me much because Infested was a really good movie, and fans really seem to love it. And I'm really interested to see what he does with the storyline in Evil Dead. We also got the first trailer for 28 Years Later, and as you guys know, everyone thought that this character was Jim. I thought it was Jim too, aka Cillian Murphy, his character from the original 28 Days Later. Well, it recently came out that it was not Jim, and just another character, but you can't tell me that those two don't look eerily similar. Now, for me, zombie horror movies are some of my favorite, so I am very excited, even though the movie doesn't come out for quite some time. All in all, I do have massive expectations because of the fact that there's such culty backstory in this movie. I'm interested to see how they weigh out the zombies versus the cult versus the normal people living on the Oasis. I think this movie is going to be absolutely insane. And we finally got the confirmed release date for Final Destination Bloodline. The movie's going to be releasing May 16th of 2025. And yes, this movie is technically a reboot, which means more movies. I'm not going to lie to you, I love the Final Destination franchise, but it seems like they're going to be taking a little bit of a different turn, switching up the normal Final Destination feel. At least that's what some people are talking about. I've also heard rumors about the accident that's going to start the whole chain reaction in this brand new Final Destination movie, either being a building that's set on fire or a restaurant placed in a high-rise building that falls. Now, as you guys know, the rules change with every Final Destination movie, and most of the time people don't survive. All in all, I'm very excited because I do love the franchise, and with this reboot, we are going to be getting more movies. But that's about it for horror movie news this week. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video, and if you did, don't forget to smack a like on it. That'd be greatly appreciated. Comment down below what else you guys want to see and what you guys want me to talk about. And with all of that being said, guys, my name is Chris, and of course, I will catch you guys on the next one.